What do you wish Hollywood would stop doing? Making it impossible to hear dialogue. This is a problem with everyone I know. I think there will be a time when people look back at movies and say, this movie must have been made between 2010 and 2025 because you can't hear a damn thing anyone is saying. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my hearing, but I need closed captions on everything I watch now. I know it isn't my hearing because I can clearly hear dialogue in action movies from the 90s and earlier. It is absolutely the mix that is the problem. I've had my hearing tested recently as an employment-related thing. I know my hearing is fine, I have objective data that it's dead on normal, both ears and multiple frequencies. Still have issues with movie dialogue. Having a main character whose job income level does not match their home or lifestyle at all. Working at a fast food joint? Better have an apartment with great furniture all to yourself in Upper East Side Manhattan. Edit, misremembered NYC neighborhood, I knew it was something east. Lay isn't even top 10 wealthiest lol. And every time they have ice cream it's Ben & Jerry's. Always brand name products, never store brand. Milking everything dry. When do they release Ice Age 6? The kinda already did. That's the move now, branch off with one of your weird characters. Scenes that are too ducking dark to actually see. If I wanted to listen to a show, I'd download an audiobook. Spoiling the film in the trailers. The worst one I saw was Batman v Superman, where they give away in the trailers that Batman and Superman join up at the end to fight a common enemy. Completely did away with any mystery of how such a rivalry would be resolved. Still not as bad as Terminator 2, Judgment Day, where they show Arnold being on the good side. And in the Terminator Salvation trailer they show that Sam Worthington is really a Terminator, and in the trailer for Terminator Genie shit they show that John Connor is another Terminator. Terminator, Rise of the Spoilers. Whispering mumbling dialogue then cutting to a chase scene. Dramatic posing close-ups. Quiet dialogue which makes you crank the volume up so you can hear it better than a super loud action scene happens and the speakers to your TV explode. See also, TV commercials. Showing incorrect CPR. Shocking someone without a heart rhythm. Just do what the AED tells you to do. No thinking required. Forcing a love story that makes no sense in a movie that has nothing to do with romance. So we're going to do a movie about the Battle of Stalingrad. Okay. It'll be about snipers crawling through the wreckage in a duel. Alright, cool. The stakes will be high. Wait, who does the good guy sniper bang? What? Adapting shit into live-action movies when they should really be animated. Examples include upcoming Mega Man, Pac-Man and Minecraft movies which are all set to be live-action. How do you make a live-action ghost hunting sentient piece of cheese? I'll be ducked if I know. Messing up the sound mix so that we have to constantly adjust the volume for music and dialogue. Edit, thanks for the awar boa. On my Roku TV there is an option called sound leveling. I can actually watch stuff now without constantly having to adjust the volume. It's a handy feature but it wouldn't be necessary if they stopped ducking up the sound mix. And what makes me even more angry is when they fuck this up in series. You guys fucking know that people are gonna watch this on their home TV and yet you are still doing this. All great answers, but what I've seen lately is just a lot of wacky decision making. There's multiple video game adaptation movies and TV shows come out lately that miss the mark completely. Resident Evil, Hollow, etc. I know adaptations always have their quirks and things that would outrage a fan base, but geez. The Halo TV show really felt like they just wanted to write their own story with already existing characters. It all comes down to executive decision. I just wish the creators have more control over their projects. Instead of having execs with no creative abilities suggesting maybe you should make the super soldier get out of his augmented power armor and instead just fight naked, also make him want to bang the enemy like Romeo Juliet. The Halo TV show really felt like they just wanted to write their own story with already existing characters. It all comes down to executive decision. The showrunner was quoted as saying, "We writers didn't look at the games." Which he has obviously backtracked on and said that it was taken out of context, and they did play the games previously. Which means they did know the story and still ducked it up. Not sure what is worse. They could have literally let each game level be its own episode, and that would have made such an amazing series. You can make new characters and still keep the old story points intact. Write a compelling story between some of the nameless NPC soldiers, while also hitting the story marks of the games with the existing characters. Right, that nameless soldier riding my tank that I reset like 18 times to keep alive. Give that ducker a name and a personality. I was already invested in them when they were pointless. Me playing Halo 2, is that Donna from that 70s show? Yes it is. Characters getting punched multiple times in the face in one scene and having no signs of the trauma in the next scene. Or shot, but they remove the bullet in a dirty motel and sew it up with ducking twine and knitting needles so now it doesn't hurt anymore and they can go fight more bad guys unencumbered. Not Hollywood I guess, but in Frasier, the father got shot in the leg or something and now he needs physical therapy and walks with a cane for life. Hell, in the animated Gargoyles show from the Disney Afternoon, a character got shot and was out for several shows and on crutches for some time after. This may sound ridiculous, but here it is. I ducking cannot stand characters who are driving and talking to a passenger but not watching the road. They think the same courtesy rules of eye contact apply even when you are a conversant behind the wheel. You're driving a vehicle. Watch the road, not the person to whom you're talking. Bonus points if the scene is in a city setting, especially if it's New York. You'd think they'd encounter at least one red light or person crossing the road. I said once on a different thread, I'd love to see someone do an edit where they add sound effects like horns blaring, crashing, thuds, people screaming. Pretty sure there was a scene like this either in one of the Airplane movies, or one of the Naked Gun movies. Pretty sure it was a movie with Leslie Nielsen though. It was in Airplane for sure, but I'm not sure about the other ones. Such a great movie. Making movies where the one good guy defeats 20 bad guys because the 20 bad guys attack the one good guy one by one. When I watch these fight scenes nowadays I ignore the main fight and look at the other bad guys waiting their turn. It's hilarious AF. They strike weird poses, fall over themselves or just writhe around like zombies. Some recent movies try to avoid this by closing in on the fight itself, which usually makes things even more confusing and incoherent. Casting attractive people in ugly roles. Like when the obviously gorgeous person gets a makeover, but she's wearing glasses, and a ponytail, and Therese paint on her overalls. Shall never be prom queen. Empty cups. I hate seeing people holding cups and pretending to take drinks from obviously empty cups. Their hands never move right, or if it's an open cup, you can literally see that it's empty. Like at least add water so they have weight, you don't even actually have to put coffee or something in them. Stop having people take like one bite of what they ordered then leave. It's a small thing, but I've never seen it happen in real life. Or worse, order something when they just intend to talk to someone there for a couple minutes and then leave when the food arrives. Who pays for it? Sometimes they'll take out a wad of cash and throw it on the table without seeing a bill or even checking how much money they're putting down. I now want to see a movie set in one of these restaurants where every protagonist goes to eat. Just a constant parade of people taking one bite, throwing money on the table, or walking out without paying at all. If they just wait and don't prepare the food for the protags, they can make a lot of money by just collecting the wads of cash. I can see it now. Oh hey, we have some main characters walking in, make sure you pre-authorize their tab because one of them is about to get pissed and walk out. Remakes of good movies. I don't understand why they remake good movies, when there are tons of flops that have potential, that they could remake. Like there was absolutely no need to remake Total Recall, it's an iconic movie, but something like Aragon or The Golden Compass, those should get remakes. The Golden Compass has an HBO series for a remake, His Dark Materials, and it's pretty good actually.